Grab a coffee and get comfortable. In today's tutorial, I'll show you how to create a prototype for this concrete bench using Autodesk Fusion. As always, it's a good practice to start by creating your components. We'll be working with the top-down design methodology for this bench. However, if you regularly work with standardized dimensions, consider creating a library of reusable assets for your bottom-up projects. Make use of the right-click menu for easy navigation and be sure to activate the component you will be working on. We'll kick off the design with a sketch. Start by using the two-point rectangle tool and set the dimensions to 450 by 450 millimeters. A good height and depth for seating. Next, grab the line tool. Don't worry about perfect placement right now. We'll adjust everything using dimensions. For efficiency, reference your first dimension, so updating one will automatically adjust the rest. Repeat the process for the bottom section. A hole here will reduce material and make the bench easier to transport. Once your sketch lines turn black, you know it's fully constrained. Now test your design. Update the original dimension and the others should adjust accordingly. Use the keyboard shortcut E to move from the sketch to the solid modeling environment. Make the bench 100 mm thick. We're keeping it simple at this stage, so no rebars in this digital version, even though we'd likely add them if this were a real build. With the top-level component active, copy and paste the foot component using standard keyboard shortcuts. Push it 900 mm to give the bench a total length of 1000 mm. Validate using the inspection tool if necessary. For the next sketch, activate the design shortcuts. This sketch will go on top of the foot component. I forgot to switch the active component earlier, but I'll show you how to fix that soon. Use the project tool to reuse existing geometry. By keeping the projection link checked, the sketch will automatically update if the underlying geometry changes. You'll recognize projected geometry by the purple sketch lines. We need to make room for potential wood expansion. Fusion will help you find the middle of the line, and that's where you'll add a support line. In this case, offsetting the entire rectangle isn't ideal, so I'll draw a few more lines and position them with dimensions. Before extruding, I'll show you how to move the sketch to the correct component. Simply drag the sketch from the top-level component into the support side component, then activate it. Now, extrude the sketch to 25 mm. Then activate Extrude again to extend it to the outer edge of the second foot component. I'll leave this as a join operation to keep things cohesive with the original extrusion but separate from the foot. Moving on to the support seat component, another chance to practice using the project tool. There's a duplicate set of lines in the left part, but no worries, we'll correct that as we go. Set up a dimensioned sketch and extrude the piece, using the top of the bench as a reference for the correct height. If the earlier sketch error causes any issues, just update the sketch and the model will adjust. Back in the top-level component, copy and paste the support seat component and move it 900 mm to the correct position. Let's work on the seat now. You could use the project tool again, but the grid and current geometry make it easy to find the right spot. Make the part 75 mm wide. You can move the sketch 2.5 mm along the axis, but this gives you a chance to practice offset, trim and extend. Even though I don't use extend often, it's helpful to know when it comes in handy. Extrude this new body to the top of your model, then press OK. Let's inspect the distances. You've got 2.5 mm on the left, and the total width is 75 mm. The length between the foot components is 800 mm. After subtracting 4 clearances, we're left with 720 mm. A quick inspection confirms it. Edit your rectangular pattern via the timeline and increase the quantity, leaving 5 mm between each piece for this tutorial. The foot component edges are too sharp for both installation and use. Let's fix that by editing the original component, which will automatically update the copy. Instead of selecting all 36 edges manually, use the Select drop-down menu to filter edges only. Don't forget to reset your selection filters when finished. I'll apply a blend chamfer here to soften those sharp edges. A much better option than the miter corner type for users. Once done, check Select All to reset your selection choices. A quick left-click anywhere in the canvas will exit the selection filters. For this tutorial, I'm applying appearances to bodies and components, but you can also color individual faces if you prefer. You can add appearances directly on the model or via the project browser, which can help you work faster and minimize mistakes. This bench is now ready for rendering. While we could add additional support, remember, this is an educational video showcasing the workflow, not a detailed construction drawing. Save your work before jumping into the render environment. Right-click to open scene settings and choose the Plaza environment. Use the position option to adjust the bench's alignment and lighting. The stone ground looks good. You can adjust the ground scale if needed. Once you're happy with the setup, click in Canvas Render to begin, or use the Cloud Render option. I hope this tutorial was helpful. I'd add a chamfer to the wood parts of the seating if I were to change something. What would you change? Leave your feedback, questions, or project ideas in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.